Hi guys, Gil here from GoADU. When it comes to building an ADU, a lot of people think that the smartest approach is getting the cheapest bid possible. Makes sense, right? Why wouldn't you want to build as cheap as possible? But here's why that cheap bid might end up costing you way more in the long run.
There are three main ways a contractor might come in with a much lower bid. I covered this in detail in my other video on pricing. Number one, cheap materials. Cheap materials will save you money, but they wear out sooner. They look cheap, and they won't attract higher quality tenants, so that'll cost you more money in the end. 2. Your contractor could pay their people less. But when you pay people less than what they're worth or less than what professionals make, you're not gonna get the same quality of worker. You're either gonna get people who are getting paid less than they should, so they're going to rush through your job, or people who are less skilled. And that comes at a price in terms of quality. You can tell when something was built by people who know what they're doing. 3. Your contractor can cut their own profit margin, which again sounds like a good thing. But the truth is, if your contractor can't make enough to actually run his business on your job, he's going to be on the hunt for better paying projects while he's doing yours. So yours will take longer or be done with less attention to detail.
But there's a fourth way in which a bid can come in way lower, which is actually dishonest. It's actually dangerous, and it's through the shady use of change orders.
Now, a contractor is supposed to assess what a build is really going to cost before they break ground, before they demo anything, before you give them any serious money. A contractor should know and tell you what issues are likely to arise later. They should know that you're gonna need a new foundation, or there's water damage, or you're gonna have to replace the beams, or whatever.
But some contractors, even though they identify this kind of problems ahead of time, they don't disclose them in their bid.
They either don't mention it, or they describe it with language that is too vague, that's not specific. They give themselves an out by saying something like, in the event of unforeseen damage or issues that have to be addressed in the building process, cost may go up.
They give themselves a loophole, so later they can come back with a change order.
Yes, we said your garage conversion was gonna cost you $120,000, but whoops, we just found out that there's major water damage. There was no way we could have seen ahead of time. There's problems with the structure that we couldn't have known about.
Well, the reality of it is they did know. They just didn't flag it. So now you're over a barrel. This is in the middle of the build. You already paid a lot of money. You have no choice but to go ahead and approve the change order.
So next thing you know, the $120,000 bid has ballooned up to $250,000, and you didn't plan for it. So now you're scrambling to get extra money, and you gotta do it because you're already deep in the process.
And that's how a cheap bid, my friends, ends up costing you way more down the line. Sadly, this is the way some contractors do business. So that's why I built this company around values that matter to me and how I would want to be treated as a customer.
Transparency. We'll tell you what things cost and what we can afford to build your unit for. Upfront, no games. We guarantee our prices. When we tell you what your build will cost and put it in a contract, we stick with it. We don't take big upfront deposits. We don't want you to feel like you're held hostage because you gave us a bunch of money at the start. You pay us as we complete things so you can know progress is happening and your money's safe.
So if you want to find out what it really costs to build an ADU that is a good quality, that's going to withstand the test of time for a fair price,
just click the link on here and we'll set up a free consultation. And if you want to learn more about how shady contractors trick customers to make more money, download our PDF, 10 Sneaky Ways Contractors Increase Build Costs. There's a link in the description below the video.